Okay guys, I hope you can see behind me. I'm gonna talk super fast because I'm in pretty much the most busy part of downtown Boston without permission. Yeah. So behind me you see the old State House, and possibly you have seen pictures of it, and you'll notice that something is missing. Actually, two things are missing. Usually at the very corner of the State House you see a lion and a unicorn. Why a lion and a unicorn? Because those are the symbols of the United Kingdom. The lion stands for England, the unicorn stands for Scotland. If you go to London and you go to Buckingham Palace, which is where Queen Elizabeth lives right now, you will see this huge gate that has a lion and a unicorn. So that was a huge important symbol for the State House in Boston that represented England and its power. Obviously not very popular with the American colonists. So this street right here is called State Street now, but it used to be called King Street. So that's a natural place for the State House to be. And King Street is also where the Custom House used to be. So if you had new goods that you had shipped into town, you would go and like pay your taxes, register, whatever. That's where the fight broke out the night of March the 5th. So right there where you see these tourists taking pictures, that's where the massacre happens. That's where Crispus Attucks got shot down, his 4 companions. Just picture it as busy as it is now, but even busier. And everybody sort of heavily drinking, cold, rainy, chaotic. That's what happened. Now, I would like to make a big point. If this event had happened and it had just been published in the newspapers, we probably would know nothing about it. The reason that the Boston Massacre is called the Boston Massacre and that it's famous is because a picture of it went viral. So in the same way that protests around the world, pictures of them go viral on Twitter or Instagram, back in the day, if a big important event happened and you wanted people to pay attention to it, you would go to a local engraver, and the engraver would engrave the picture on a plate, make lots and lots of copies of it, and sell them, and publish them. And one of the best engravers in town was Paul Revere, who's famous for doing a lot of stuff during the American Revolution. But anyway, Paul Revere possibly copied somebody else's engraving. It's a little unclear. At any rate, he made an engraving of this event, but it's not accurate. In his engraving, Crispus Attucks is white. Who knows why? Probably because most colonists would feel much more sympathetic to a white man falling down, but it's not really clear. Another difference is that in real life, it was this mob, this huge crowd of people, but in the engraving, the soldiers are all lined in a row, like it's an organized military thing, firing down at people. A third thing is that in the engraving, it's like a really nice day, there's blue sky, there's like a little tiny moon in the corner, but in real life it was actually at night. It was very confusing. So this is where that engraving took place. Interesting side note, the lion and the unicorn are down right now because they're being fixed. When they took them down, they actually found a time capsule inside the unicorn, which is awesome. Nobody knows what's inside it. One last thing. This engraving, Paul Revere, Samuel Adams. It's the power of the media. It's the power of the image. You know, the most important thing for them was not to get all of the facts and the details right. The most important thing was for them to get people's emotions high and to get them really angry, right? So it's one thing to read in the newspaper like, oh man, King George is sending all these soldiers, this is so unfair, these taxes. It's another thing to see an image of American colonists getting shot down in the street. That really made people upset and angry. You know, so is that engraving successful in painting an accurate picture? No. Is the engraving successful in making people really angry against the British government? Are you studying in school? Then probably yes. Another thing, actually I think that's it.